Hello, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday and we are here joining you from our sunny Phoenix, Arizona location. I am Kim Kesti, Creative Director here at Fun Stamper's Journey, and it is time for tools, tips, and techniques, something we do every Tuesday just to bring you maybe some new creativity, a little shot of creativity or something that you may not have thought of before, and that's kind of what I had in mind today. We have a really fun stamp set that it is in our catalog in our celebration section. So that section of our catalog covers everything from graduations to new babies to, birthdays, etc., etc. And we have this one really cute stamp set that I want to share with you, and I'm going to be playing with it today. Now, it is called Flower Shower. Actually, when I wrote the description for today's video, I called it, at first, Flower Power. I mean, that's a pretty good name too, I think. But this one is called Flower Shower, and you might have overlooked it because it's one of those stamps that is adorable, but it is pretty much made to be, for a baby shower or a wedding shower or a save the date or, you're invited. Obviously, the umbrella kind of drives that as far as the motif, but I thought, you know what, maybe we could take a fresh look at this stamp set called Flower Shower and see what we can come up with it. Something fun, something different. So I actually created two different projects with it today, and neither of them have anything to do with a shower. So let's check it out. The very first one I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the main floral stamp set because, again, it's all about the flowers, I thought, today. And I just have one of our circles here that I die cut from our circle round die set. So this is one of our circles that comes in all graduated sizes, and it very much matches with our original die set, which is called Journey Circles, and that has the exact different sizes that fit between these. So if you have both sets of circles, you are golden. You have so many circles to choose from. So I'm going to grab black licorice ink, and because I want flowers on this circle to be on both sides, I'm going to stamp it twice, and I'll give you a little tip on how to do that so it looks super cute. They are going to overlap in the middle, but I'm going to go ahead and try to line this up so the tip of this leaf right here, this tallest leaf, just about touches or goes outside the circle. So I want that to be quite high on that circle. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can see how that leaf is really, really up toward the edge. And I'm going to do the old spinaroo here and stamp it again, because I really want this circle to be just full of like a big old flower burst. Now you will see that this is going to overlap slightly in the middle, but I have a trick to help you out with that. So again, nice firm even pressure on my block, and now we have some really fun flowers, like a whole kind of a bouquet type of a look. Now you will see that I've got this little fun part here in the middle that's overlapped, the stamping overlaps, but never fear, we're going to disguise that, and I'll show you how. The Flower Shower stamp set has this really great banner right here, and it does have 3 different sentiments that fit inside, actually 4. Kind of forgot about this little Mr. and Mrs. down here. So it has all 4 sentiments that will fit in this banner, and we also have other sentiments in our collection in other stamp sets that also fit in this banner. So it's really a fun, kind of a classic banner shape. So let me start by inking that. And one tip when you're inking this, because it does have a lot of rubber in the middle, and I don't know how many of you have stamped stamp sets like this, and sometimes you end up with that little extra ink in the middle. And in particular, you will get that, I'll show you in just a minute here, you will get that if instead of applying the ink pad to the rubber surface like this, if you ink it up like I sometimes do with, more of a solid set, if you push this into the ink pad, you probably will see, check it out, look at all that extra ink that it picked up right down the middle of your set. Now I'm going to stamp it just so you can see what it's going to look like, but that is obviously what you do not want to have happen. See? Then you get that nasty little kind of extra ink in the middle. So, tip, bring your ink pad to your stamp, not the other way around. So that's one little tip for you for today. Okay, and one more tip for getting the sentiment on the inside of this now. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stamp set. I'm going to try the You're Invited sentiment here. Now it's designed to pretty much fit inside that banner, but when you go ahead and put it onto your block, you may want to just kind of look at it and double check that. See, to me it looks like the D could go up just a tiny bit higher, and the joy of red rubber stamps is that they are flexible, and you can just do a slight adjustment on there just to make sure that your stamp is fitting in that banner exactly how you want it to fit. So does that make sense? You guys can have a little flexibility in moving that stamp around, and of course it's going to cling to your block, which should work out perfectly. I'll try not to get my head in here when I line this up. So again, straight up and down pressure, and you have your fun little sentiment inside the banner. Now I did go ahead and die cut this out because this stamp set does have the matching dies, which are super fun. So it would have the matching, you know, die set for the banner. So I went ahead and cut that out, and now you can see that when we come back to this flower, we're going to be able to put this banner right on top. I'm going to pop it up with some foam squares and check out what it disguises. Oh yeah, you know it. It disguises any of that stamp set that was doubled up. So super fun. Now I'm going to just show you how I'm going to color this. I'm going to use our Color Burst pencils. It won't take a ton of time to color it, but these are the Color Burst pencils. Super awesome, pure color pencils. Super creamy and fun to work with. I'll just kind of go in and color a couple of our little flowers. Kind of the idea with pencils is just come in really light for your first coat or your first layer. Kind of use a little round circular motion. And again, I don't sharpen my pencils super sharp. I kind of like to keep them, you know, a little bit, a tiny bit on the dull side so they don't give sharp pencil marks. So again, one soft little coat, and then I can come back and then I can bring in some highlights by just pressing a little bit harder, like for instance on the center of the flower, and just coming in with some fun little accents. And then if I want, I can go just around the edges just a little bit and blend the whole thing in together. You know, kind of go over it all one more. So super fun. Again, I won't take all the time to color this whole flower thing. I did that earlier for my sample card, but I do love the fact that we're going to have this super fun bouquet of flowers with the sentiment popped up right in the middle. Now, I thought it would be fun to bring another layer in behind this, really to make it pop, because it's all about flower power today, right? Oops, I mean flower shower. So we're going to bring our Journey Scallops die set, and I cut one out of Lemon Drop here. And super fun just to pop that behind. And again, our circles are all formulated so they fit exactly perfectly with the little scallops. So you're going to have a perfect match there. And then for the card base, I wanted to go with some really fun bright colors. So I did some Blue Lagoon embossing right here, and this is our little tiny dots embossing folder. So you can see it just has the cute little dots. I guess you can see it better when it's closed. But I did pre-emboss this guy, so see it's just got that fun little dotty texture, which I think is perfect and whimsical and kind of fun for spring. And then I would go ahead and layer this guy all up. And you guys want to see the finished project, because it's almost there. It's so close if I just finish my coloring. And here we go. Ta-da! So cute. So you can see that we just embellish it with a little bit of our fun white twine that I have right here. So just made a fun little bow at the end of that. And what a fun little invitation for someone. It's time to have a little, I think, a spring brunch, or maybe have people over for, you know, a little afternoon get together, a little afternoon tea maybe. So super fun. Love that one. So that is version number 1 of the Flower Shower stamp set. Now I'm going to go in a completely different direction and show you what I did for the second card. So much fun. I'm like, woohoo, it's so fun. Okay, so now I do kind of want my cards to coordinate, because I may put them together as a little set. They don't have to, but it's just one idea if you do like making multiples of cards and gifting them to people. Super fun idea. I went ahead and grabbed Lemon Drop cardstock again. I'm going to bring my flower set also again. I have a little bit bigger strip. This actually came out of my scrap bin. Love doing that too, loading up extra, getting extra mileage out of my scraps. So now I'm going to take the same bouquet of flowers, and I'm stamping it again in black licorice, but it's going to give me a really different look. I'm not going to have to even color it in, because look how cute that is already. Really pops the black ink against the yellow cardstock. And again, I'm just going to continue on. I won't even have to do all of them, but what I'm basically going to do is come along and do this 5 different times. So I have a whole bunches of fun bouquets of flowers. And then again, it does have the matching die. So we'll just go ahead and, you know, line it up and run it through my die cutting machine. And then, because you know it's all about magic here, we get this 5 different die cuts all cut out. And this is actually something fun that I've never really done before. Use actual stamped die cuts for background. Now I've used tons of times, I've used, you know, the actual stamp to go directly to your cardstock and make a whole background. But this is kind of a fun, different way to do it. So I'm going to grab some bubble gum, and you can see that already that this is going to totally pop against that background. And I'm just going to use a little bit of our craft glue, because it's the perfect way to get our little die cut on the paper. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start layering them around. And again, because I think the pop of yellow against the pink really is going to create a kind of a graphic style of a card, which I love that. You could even spread the glue a little bit to get right to the edges. I'm going to put another one up here. And if you have little edges that pop up, you can come back and add a little bit more glue. The glue also has a brush tip, which I actually should pull out and show you guys. I'll do that real quick. Our Journey glue, I don't know if a lot of you know that, has 2 ends. So it has this fun little brush tip on the other end. So pretty cool. Check it out and see if that works good for this. Oh yeah. Should have done that with my first ones. So now you can gently squeeze and kind of use the brush to move your glue. My hand doesn't get in the way here. Out to the edges of your. And also check this out. When you add die cuts to the edges of your pink cardstock, I'll have to be careful it doesn't go to my grid paper, but it's quite fine if your, you know, embellishments go off the edge of your paper, because then we'll just trim them away. And I'll do one more with my little brush tip. Thanks for being patient, guys. I kind of want to give you the big reveal for this guy. I'll do one more right here. So again, if you have to add a little bit more glue, that's good. Then once these all get down, then you can just go turn the paper over, and then you have an excellent guide to just trim away that excess. Just follow the edge of your cardstock. I'm not actually cutting into my pink cardstock. I'm just following the edge. So go ahead and trim this away. And right away you will see that it's got much more of a finished look when it's trimmed. So cute. So I love the graphicness of this. I am going to end up putting it on a white card base. Oops, looks like I didn't trim that pink quite right. So I'll grab a trimmer and trim that. But in the meantime, I did what, excuse me, I did want to add a little bit more embellishment. So I love the fact that this flower shower set has all these adorable little extra little bonus, I call them bonus stamps. So I'm going to grab the single heart that I have right here. Aren't they cute? All the little pieces you can use to embellish. And so I just have it mounted on our smallest block because, you know, anytime I have an excuse to use this little D block, this is our smallest block, it just makes my heart happy because this is the cutest little block ever. Come on, you guys have to admit it is. So what I'm doing is I'm take this single heart now to, again, add to the graphic nature of the card. I'm just going to go ahead and add some single black hearts kind of mixed in with these flowers. I absolutely love how it looks. And I love that it just adds that little punch of, you know, again, graphic look to the card. So isn't that fun? It's just like, kind of reminds me a little bit of a print like on a fabric, some kind of a trendy mod fabric or something. Love it. So to finish this card, let me go ahead and bring the finished one in. I just did the same banner sentiment, but this time I reversed it. And I went ahead and did my trick that I have been doing a lot lately, and that's using clear pigment ink and our white embossing powder, and then stamping that same banner, but this time the thank you sentiment, and then heat embossing it. So I kind of get that really fun reverse look, because I think the pop of black on this card is absolutely perfect for the look that I wanted. So isn't that fun? Just super graphic compared to this stamped card, which is adorable too, I do say so, if I do say so myself. But look how different they are. The same exact stamp set. One, you have these beautiful bright blooms colored penciled in. Darling, the little scallop adds a lot of softness. And this card has just really that graphic punch. The color combination, which is really wowza. And then that black sentiment tops it all off. So, pretty fun. I think that's some kind of fun tips and techniques for you to try out this week. Again, we do like to come to you every Tuesday and bring you something new and something fresh. And we hope that you look forward to it, because we certainly do look forward to sharing all those tools, tips, and techniques with you. So be sure to check us out on YouTube. And as always, if you like our video or if you share our video, it just makes our heart happy. So thank you for doing that as always. If you have any questions about any of our products, please visit us at funstampersjourney.com. And we will certainly see you next Tuesday. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the week as you bring paper to life.